Look, Zio, I am so sorry that I got you banned from Denny's. Their food was definitely food. But look, to make it up to you, I got this hot new release via Time Kabuto! The Geats novel as told by Gene, and artwork by Girori. Boy. So now, can I get my sultry beat back? I'll think about it. Just next time you snap your fingers, we'll just see what comes out. I got a book to read. This here is steamy. Goodbye, Boost Mark 2. Probably one of the shortest lived power-ups. And hello, Gene's Embrace. Geats is starting to make Revice up till this point seem like the superior show. As this week we get some more ass-pull non-explainers, some belt theft, and more Ace deets. When we last left Ace, he was about to get face blasted, but of course, is saved swiftly by Tycoon and Nago. You know, at this point, I'm starting to lose track of what buckles each riders that isn't Nago has in their possession, since when Ace got the boost Mark II, Keiwa had the boost right before, so he snatched that thing, right? But then this week, Keiwa rolls in using Command Twinned, but Buffa left in episode 26 wearing it. Either way, plot armor favors Keiwa for these 5 seconds, since he's able to outclass what Gene couldn't do as they snatch Ace away. Finally waking up, Sumini gives him the info that Gene's avatar is taking on some damage. Although his future is pretty mundane, modern day just hits different. Especially when you go from spectating to trying to self-insert yourself into an IP that you have no business self-inserting yourself into. Thelma! Gene has never felt more closer to Ace as he did in that moment. The thought of possibly losing his tall, rich, and everlasting star of the stars filled him with feelings he had never felt before. Oh, sorry. Gene's novelization of Geats just hits different than I thought. Ace tries to calm Gene by giving him some wise yet dated words from Nobunaga, but the reality of this fantasy is just a little too much for him to handle. Ace opens up a bit more of himself. It's been a while since he too let someone inside his... Oh shit. Ace states that his first life where Mitsume left him is not the one we've seen before, but the English-speaking one that we did see was the one right after. The coincidence is that in every life, his name would always be some sort of variation of the name Ace. I guess his first life was indeed Acius Ukiois. Then again, I decided to research how far back the name Ace goes, and it actually does find its roots in Macedonia, as a shorter form of Alexander. So, his search for Mitsume is to answer these questions that he has regarding his life. Hearing Ace open himself to him, the precipitation buildup and overflow from Gene's own orifices, a sensation he thought he never would have. But why now? He whimpered. But stop it! It's a good book! Alright, let's just cut to the chase. Beta was getting that next round ready, and Niram is willing to commit to the bit and take the fighting directly to her. But his retainers are about to let that man be another Chiram. Blade? Blade. Oh, sorry. This book, man. Have you gotten to chapter 6 yet? No, I literally just started. Anything good? Let's just say that Gene ditches the jeans and gets a cape. Oh shit, let me speed run through this thing then. Go do your thing, cause I gotta get to that chapter stat. What the? Really? Okay, whatever. It's out with the old and in with the Sengoku! Niram and crew are ready for that out-of-suit action once more. Ace taking the blade out of Gene and into the green. He's tossing salad tonight. While Keiwa gets swifty and Neon denies the cross stream and the in-between. Niram's got moves too, doing that I got this shuffle. Although Keiwa somehow has the command buckle, he chooses to play it weak and gets the ninja instead. And before you say it fits with the theme, well, Neon's out here with the fever of the original boost. Geats is too scared to get all Red Rocket on these guys and decides to build up to things with the Power Builder. But we got new toys to sell, so let's take a look at a sword that'll be too small and a hammer that will likely never see the light of day. Beroa joins in with the fray with the Glare Bear Stare, knocking Geats out of build mode. So, what's left to do then go from Power Build to Power Nap with the Boost Smart 2. Getting in that second win before the itis hits again, it's nap time for Ace. Jean's got the cure, however, popping off on Beroba and sliding his shooter onto Ace's waist. The jolt of Jean's desires fills Ace with newfound vigor, giving his laser a boost. It's important to note that Jean doesn't really explain how the buckle fixes Ace's dilemma, or really what Ace's dilemma was. Just that it shaped Ace in the image that Jean set for him. In which case, pulling the Super Akiba Red and just drenching Ace with Jean's fit. Also, while we're at it, Jean reveals that Beroba is just an old lady pretending to be a girl in this simulation, since she's around 350 years old. Look, y'all on the internet, don't fall for this bait. With that disclaimer out the way, let's see the laser boost in action! With those rocks ready and the levitation ability snatched up from Jean, he gives new meanings to the words Rock Smash, making it rain on those Jamatos. But Beroba's got two Jamato riders on hand, so let's dress them up, just for Geats to use the boost to get through, blowing them up in Power Rangers level of hilarity. Beroba's got them beams, but CG attacks mean nothing when you sliding like grease. Getting those slick hits in and pulling a Magneto. Laser Boost victory just ain't hitting the same as Boost Mark II's finisher. Either way, Great Great Granny got toasted. So now, let me finish this chapter. Aw, fuck, back to me. Just when you think this arc is done, Azuma transitions it to the next phase, taking the Vision Driver for himself and checking out what this goddess of creation is looking like. Jean, on the other hand, is done. He's letting Ace keep his gun, but he's done playing pretend and ready to play real life, so he's logging off and writing a book. And I made up that last part. Or did I? With this episode of Geats, we get the debut of Laser Boost form Geats. So with that, let's talk forms. When I first saw it, I was thinking of Samurai Pizza Cats. And when I look at it now, I'm still thinking Samurai Pizza Cat. And look, for the theme of the game being samurai inspired, it's kinda hitting for that reason. I mean, look at the form. It definitely gives off some sort of samurai fighter vibe. It's a good form, but not as good as Boost Mark II was in itself. Someone recently said that it reminded them of the Armor of Inferno from Ronin Warriors, and I can completely see that as well. It's one of the better Geats forms, but I would rate it below Boost Mark II. As Ace slowly pulled himself off of the sheets, there was just one last thing remaining. Rating time? Really? That's how it ends? This episode brushed off the effects Ace was feeling with the fastest of swiftness, as the actual consequences of using Boost Mark II were never properly explained. It was a guess from Jean and a slight refute from Ace, but given that the Laser Raise Riser has the ability to shape things in the original user's image, being the excuse to brush off those side effects, kinda makes Boost Mark II's short-lived screen time, along with the retreading on previous revelations for a third week in a row, kind of lame. And thus, that's why this episode, just like last week, is just gonna end up getting a C. The best part of this episode really was just the fighting and the moves showcased off by Geats here. But given that writer shows, as of late, have some very showy introductions to forms only to nerf things right after or forget it's a thing, makes me feel like some of these gravity effects done here will kind of be short-lived. I honestly hope to be proven wrong, but Geats also has a bit of a forms issue, where they are so quick to just have a new form get introduced. And speaking of forms, seriously, what is it with the game of musical buckles lately? Keiwa supposedly still has the Command Twin Buckle from pre-JGP and has not used it for episodes, but then is shown in the intro of this episode, only for him to go back to using Ninja? It makes no sense, because Command is way stronger than Ninja is. Also, he was using Ninja, and then I guess swapped to Command, only to go back to using Ninja. It just makes no sense. And also, the same thing for Buffa previously. Buffa has the Command Twin Buckle, he used it, only to go back to being Zombie Jamato form. Also, while we're at it, how did Keiwa charge that thing up so quickly? It's really just seeming like such a convenience on who has what buckle. But honestly, can someone just toss Naon a bone? We get a bit more info on the future people and specifically Beruba. And I would joke that when Beruba logs off, she's really just some old guy rocking the anime girl avatar online. But I wasn't expecting a 350-year-old. Damn. I guess people from the future really do have a lot of time to kill. But due to this seed plant, it would kinda make sense why someone like Mitsume might also still be alive. Especially since as a former navigator, she would have to be part of that future society, and have that heightened lifespan in the process. We also learn that Ace's incarnation speaking English was just his second incarnation. So I guess he really was just a Japanese kid living in ancient Rome in the first life. Then we get to Ace's sleepy phase, which really was played up last week. It's shown that he's a bit hesitant this week to use the form just because of the side effects. But then, it's just quickly remedied by the Laser Rays Riser, which we do find out is an offshoot of the Vision Driver, and that the Vision Driver is old tech in comparison to the ones that they're rocking. It doesn't explain the power scaling though. The thing now is Ozma taking the Vision Driver, but not snatching up that fingerprint while at it. Having access to the goddess of creation fundamentally does nothing unless he's going to act as a game master now. Is he going to get his own glare suit, or will it just be a one-off thing? As this show has a habit of introducing a concept just to drop said concept the next episode. Honestly, the more this proceeds, the dumber this wish really seems. He wants the power to defeat all Kamen Riders. Just in the DGP. No DGP, no Kamen Riders. Plus, this all served for revenge for his friend. Why doesn't he just wish for his friend back? Let's see how meeting the goddess changes anything, if any, for Buffa. But having played witness to Geats' upgrade, why doesn't he just snatch up Beruba's Rays Riser while he's at it? So, what did you think about this week's Geats? Beruba getting jobbed, Jean getting jobbed, Laser Boost as a form, and what's Ozma gonna do with that Vision Driver? Anyway, that's it for me. If you missed my live tier lists and rankings, then you missed out on the latest Tokutonic Shift, where we debated and decided the best strip in Heisei. So, if you haven't checked that out, what's wrong with you? So, although Jean's getting the heat from Geats in the sheets one way, that's all for now. Until next time, bye.